tips on buying a vacation home on Grand Isle. Vacation season is coming. It is the rush to find an accommodation affordable at Grand Isle. You may have already considered buying a home there, but you probably never made the first step. Maybe this year it's time to stop dreaming and take action. Owning a secondary or vacation house has already become a reality for a growing number of frequent visitors to Grand Isle. In order to help to make a wise and great investment, you should follow a few steps. First, you need to know your home financing options because it can make a big difference in getting your perfect vacation home on the island. Many homeowners are using the equity in their primary home to finance their vacation investment. In terms of financing, you would better get approved for a mortgage before you begin looking for a vacation home. Two advantages: you will know exactly how much vacation home you can afford, and it will make your offer more attractive. Indeed, with financing in place, the seller or real estate agent will know the offer is good and will be more confident. After reviewing your home financing options, there are other factors to think about. You have to choose a vacation home that fits the needs of your family in terms of space available. The second thing to think about is, will it be a beachfront property or not, or maybe a waterfront property on the bay side of the island. Please take note that the beach on Grand Isle is public property. This is because state and federal money was used to rebuild the beach at Grand Isle years ago. A number of homeowners that have purchased beachfront properties were under the mistaken belief that they owned a portion of the beach because their deeds stated that the property line extended to the water's edge. This has happened because the property owner at the time did not have their deed amended during the beach restoration that was paid for by public money. Should you purchase beachfront property, you may not own a portion of the beach, but you will still have a great location. Also keep in mind that beachfront property does not come cheap. Waterfront properties on the bayside are also not cheap. They do offer the ability for you to install your own private dock if it does not have one already. Also, watching the sunsets from the waterfront properties on the island are spectacular. Purchasing a vacation home that is not a beachfront or waterfront property would still be an excellent investment. There are numerous public beach accesses along the 7 miles of public beach on the island. These public beach accesses are free to use with the exception of the access at the east end of the island at the state park. Keep in mind there may be times when your property investment may be at risk due to a tropical weather system. On the positive side, you do not have to worry about volcanoes or devastating earthquakes like they do in other parts of the country. Things vacation home buyers must evaluate. Before buying a vacation home on the island, there are many different things that must be evaluated in relation to the property. Here is a checklist of items about your new vacation home in particular that are worth evaluating before you buy. Number 1. Your ability to get a loan. Before finding your dream vacation home and getting too far into the home evaluation, you will want to find out how much you can afford. One of the best ways to do this is by obtaining a pre-approval. This pre-approval will give you the confidence you need to take the process a step further. It will also make you seem like a more attractive buyer in the eyes of a seller or real estate agent. Number 2. Your need for a lawyer. It is in my opinion to have your attorney who can assist in the legal aspects of your vacation home purchase. Number 3. The disclosure statement. Home sellers are required to provide you with an official disclosure statement if you are preparing to buy their home. This statement must include any known defects that the house has, as well as information about easements or special assessments on the property. Make sure you carefully look over the disclosure statement and evaluate the information you find. Also have your attorney receive a copy of the disclosure statement and evaluate it as well. Number 4. The home inspection. Home inspections are essential in this day and age. No matter how clean or how new a home might seem, there is no telling what could be lurking behind walls, in attics, or within the crawl space. This is why you need a qualified home inspector to look for anything that may become a problem after you buy the home. An inspector can make recommendations about needed repairs or provide you with a guarantee and the confidence you need to make a purchase decision. Number 5. The age of the home. When purchasing a home, it is important to consider the year in which the home was built. Older homes may be less energy efficient than their newer counterparts, and may also come with problems like outdated plumbing systems. At the same time, older homes are usually less expensive to buy and pay taxes on. Oftentimes, vacation home buyers just need to decide whether they want to spend extra money initially to purchase the home or later on if and when repairs become necessary. Number 6. The builder's reputation. A home is only as good as the builder who constructed it. If you have made the decision to purchase a new home, checking out the builder's reputation is strongly recommended. You can either ask the builder for a list of customers or speak with others in the neighborhood that are currently living in houses the builder has constructed. Number 7. Structure. A home inspection will play a big part in helping you determine the soundness of a structure, but you should also be sure to take a look at things for yourself. Items that you should pay particularly close attention to are the foundation of the home, ceilings, walls, beams, pilings and rafters. If you notice any cracks or other signs of deterioration, it could be a sign of poor construction or excess settling. Number 8. The size. Size matters, especially when it comes to vacation homes. You will want to carefully evaluate the size of everything from the bedrooms and bathrooms to the yard outside. If the home can't accommodate your current or future needs, you will need to determine whether or not it can be remodeled to do so. Number 9. The lot. If you will be buying a mobile, manufactured, or modular home straight from the manufacturer, it is a good idea to make sure you have a place to put it before closing on the deal. Keep in mind that evaluating the lots you find is just like evaluating properties with existing homes. The important thing is that you take your time and find just the right place. Number 10. The location. Location, location, location. You hear real estate agents talking about it all the time. The reason is because location is essential when it comes to resale value. Homes on corner lots, beachfront and waterfront properties are often worth more, as are homes in gated communities. Homes that are located across the street from cemeteries and bars, on the other hand, can sometimes have a low resale value. Before purchasing a vacation home on the island, look around and think like a real estate agent. Number 11. Parking. On some sites, parking can be a huge issue. If your home has no driveway, a shared driveway, or lacks access to parking, you may have a difficult time finding a place to park for you and your guest while staying in your vacation home, and an even more difficult time selling the vacation home later on. Number 12. Traffic volume. If the vacation home is not located on a quiet street, you may want to evaluate the volume of traffic that will be passing by the house each day. For example, is the home located on a busy highway or on a busy street? A high volume of traffic may be extremely annoying as time goes by. Number 13. Hidden costs. Beware of hidden costs. When buying in a subdivision or gated community, you may be subject to homeowners association fees or other mandatory fees that the real estate agent or builder forgot to mention initially. These fees can really add up and may undermine your investment. To protect yourself, ask specific questions about the fees you may or may not be required to pay if you decide to buy the vacation home. Number 14. Damage from pests. Some lenders may automatically require a termite or pest inspection. Others may not. Either way, you might want to think about calling in a pest control professional to perform a formal inspection, especially if you see evidence of wood being damaged by termites, beetles, or carpenter ants. Number 15. Energy efficiency. With energy costs on the rise everywhere, the energy efficiency factor has become more important than ever before. This is why you want to carefully evaluate the amount of insulation a home has, as well as the efficiency rating of the current heating and cooling systems. If the home isn't as energy efficient as you would like it to be, you can get an energy efficient mortgage or get estimates on how much it will cost you to make the desired upgrades. Number 16. Electrical systems. An electrician should be called in to examine the wiring, outlets, and grounds before you buy the vacation home, especially if you will be purchasing an older home. Your home inspector may look the system over as well, but will almost always recommend additional checks by a licensed electrician if there are any doubts or potential problems. Number 17. Heating and cooling systems. Like electrical systems, heating and cooling systems may also be analyzed in an official home inspection. If they are not, it is recommended that you call in a qualified VAC professional to evaluate the state of the current system and estimate the cost of necessary upgrades. Number 18. Plumbing systems. The age of a plumbing system is as important as how well it is currently functioning. If the home still contains galvanized pipes, you may have to replumb the entire house someday. Oftentimes with galvanized pipes, you are forced to replace all of the pipes when one pipe goes bad. Number 19. Surrounding trees. Trees can be a beautiful addition to any yard. Unfortunately, they can also encroach upon the roof and foundation of your home, and be costly to remove or trim. When walking around the home, pay special attention to where trees are planted, where root systems are located, and how the trees branch out above and around the home. Number 20. Estimated remodeling costs. Perhaps the home only has 2 bedrooms and you want 3. Or perhaps you are hoping to someday remodel the bathroom to get it a little closer to what you think an ideal bathroom should look like. Whatever the case may be, you should carefully evaluate the estimated costs of remodeling to make sure it is within the realms of your budget. Number 21. Your need for a home warranty. If you are concerned about the possibility of unexpected repairs, you have the option of purchasing a home warranty. This warranty will cover all or most of the repair costs for a specific period of time, usually 1 to 2 years. Although not every new homeowner needs a home warranty, it may prove to be a wise decision for some. Number 22. Building reports. Before remodeling or adding outside items like fences and sheds, homeowners are required to get building or other types of permits. Unfortunately, not all homeowners do this and unknowingly break building codes and rules as a result. During the evaluation of a home, you should check building reports and obtain copies of permits that are currently on file. Number 23. The tax bill. Owning a vacation home means that you are subject to property taxes. The amount you are required to pay will depend heavily upon the location, as well as the home's age and value. To learn more about your potential tax bill, you can speak with the seller's real estate agent or the local assessor's office. Number 24. The title. To protect yourself from legal claims and other future problems, you will want to perform a title search on the property before any money changes hands. A title company can perform the search and check for liens, pending legal actions, zoning ordinances, and other restrictions on the current title. Number 25. The title insurance policy. After a title search has been performed, the title company will provide your lender with a title insurance policy. It should be noted that this policy protects only the lender, not you. This is why it is often recommended that home buyers secure their own title insurance policy as an added measure of protection. Number 26. Homeowners and flood insurance costs. Some homes cost more to insure than others. Before buying a home, you should find out how much it will cost to insure it. You can get free policy quotes online or from your current insurance agent. Number 27. The survey. Although this step is not always required by a lender, it may not be a bad idea to have the property surveyed anyway before making the actual purchase. If the survey indicates that your potential neighbors have put up a fence or other structure on the property you will be purchasing, you could have a legal battle on your hands, or at best, an uncomfortable situation if you ever ask the neighbor to get their stuff off your property. Number 28. The appraisal. Lenders almost always require an appraisal before any money changes hands. An appraisal is an evaluation of the property's market value and is performed by a licensed appraiser. After evaluating the property, the appraiser will give both you and the lender a written copy of the assessment. Be sure to look your copy over carefully and make note of any problems the appraiser might have pointed out. Number 29. The amount of time the home has been for sale. You should always find out how long a home has been on the market as part of your evaluation. This will give you an idea of how eager the seller may be to get off the property, and an idea of how large your initial offer should be. If the home has only been for sale for 3 months, the seller may not be as likely to deal as a seller who had been trying to get rid of a property for 3 years. Number 30. The deposit. If you will be putting an offer in on the home, you may be asked to come up with a deposit or earnest money. The size of this deposit isn't set in stone and should be carefully evaluated. While you want to make the amount high enough so that the seller knows you are serious, you don't want to put down an unnecessarily large deposit. If you decide to back out of the deal, you may have to forfeit some or all of this earnest money. Number 31. Contingencies. When you make an official offer on a home, a contract will be drawn up. Before the contract can be considered binding, both you and the seller must meet any contingencies, conditions that have been noted in the contract. You should carefully evaluate any conditions that you need to set as a buyer and any conditions the seller has noted prior to adding your signature. Number 32. Expense sharing. Before the date of settlement, you will need to reach an agreement with the seller in regards to shared expenses. Specific expenses to discuss may include condominium or home association fees, taxes, and utility charges. Unless you agree otherwise, you should not be responsible for any bills incurred before you take possession of the home. Number 33. The final walkthrough. Prior to closing, you will probably be given the opportunity to do a final walkthrough of the home. If you get the chance, take it. During the final walkthrough, you can check to make sure that any agreed upon repairs have been made. You can also make sure that items you agreed to purchase in conjunction with the home, such as furniture or appliances, have not been removed. 8 questions to ask any real estate agent before signing anything. Everywhere you look, there are advertisements for real estate, and for real estate agents. They're everywhere. The reason is pretty simple. It's not extremely difficult to get a real estate license, a college degree is not required, and the income potential is pretty high. Unfortunately, this means that there are bad real estate agents out there. The best way to find a good professional in any industry is to ask for referrals. There are a few questions that you should ask any real estate agent before doing business with him or her. Number 1. How long have you been in the business? Pretty much any average person could decide they want to get their license today, and have that license in their mailbox in time. Because of this, your real estate agent's experience is very important. A new agent will learn a lot their first year, and will continue to learn more with every transaction. Don't automatically choose against a newer agent. They typically bring a lot of energy to the transaction, and they will have lots of time for you. However, if you do decide to use a newer agent, make sure they have a great support system behind them. Number 2. Are you a realtor? Not all real estate agents are realtors. Members of the National Association of Realtors have to adhere to a strict code of ethics, or otherwise face having their membership revoked. Also, you must be a member of the National Association of Realtors to have access to the MLS, Multiple Listing Service, which is what gives realtors access to almost every home for sale in their market area. Number 3. What certifications do you hold? There is an alphabet soup of advanced certifications that real estate agents can earn. While it doesn't automatically mean that they are a good agent, it does mean they are serious about their job. Keep an eye out for GRI. This is the most time-consuming certification to obtain. Number 4. What is your specialty? Real estate agents typically categorize themselves as either commercial or residential, which are vastly different. Even among residential real estate agents, though, agents will specialize in buyers, sellers, or renters. Some residential agents successfully handle buyers and sellers, but make sure they come with plenty of satisfied customers. Agents typically cut their teeth working with renters. Number 5. Can I have a list of past customers? Take the time to call a few of an agent's past customers. Ask for their strengths and weaknesses and make sure they don't share the agent's last name. Number 7. How many sales did you complete last year? A good agent will complete at least 25 sales per calendar year. You want to make sure that the agent helping you through one of the largest purchases or sale of your life is a good agent. Number 8. Is selling properties your full-time job? As I indicated earlier, a number of agents are full-time freelance landlords. There are plenty of fantastic real estate agents working today. Unfortunately, there are some incompetent real estate agents out there. Make sure that you find your agent through a trusted source, and ask any agent these important questions. I hope you've gained some insight from the information that has been provided.